Banana Beard? I gotta bring that name back. That's a good name. Welcome. All right, so here's something I wanted to do that has nothing to do with Bango, but I was curious about how long I've been playing WoW. I got all my characters here. I got so many dumb characters. What I'm gonna do is I just downloaded the Played app, and I'm gonna log into each of my characters and see how long I have played WoW as a whole. So I got a ton of these dumb characters. I'm gonna put this whole video up. I don't know how long it's gonna take, especially with like loading some things. What is this? I just got leveled up. I have no idea who half these characters are. So this is level 9 hunter. No idea where it came from. It's got some old school stuff in the bags, right? I've got arrows. What kind of gear do I have? A couple cool stuff. 5 warlock. All right. It tells me right away. Total play 3 hours 17 minutes on this guy. And look at that guy. Some of these I have no idea. Where did this guy come from? For this dude for an hour. I have an axe. All right. So I feel like a lot of these level 1 characters are like, if you look at the different servers, they are tons of different. They're from different servers, and that was because back in the day, sometimes some servers would go down and some servers would go up, and you could only play, you wanted to play WoW, but you couldn't play on your character, so you just logged in, created a level 1 character, and just kind of ran around like a little maniac. This guy's in a graveyard, so he died. Do I broken stuff already? So this is, I have an axe. I played him for 4 minutes and 10 seconds. I'm sure it was, I logged in, I messed around with him, I died, and then I was like, it was like, oh, Zul'jin's back up. So I jumped into that. 0, I have nothing in this. What is this character? What do I even, I'm not going to delete him though. Rules. Okay, so this was when, I remember this character very well. This priest I created when my first, I told you Bango was originally Khan. I'd said Bango was originally Khan. So this was this was a character that I had in the Barrens. Where am I? This was a character that I had in the Barrens where I would be doing stuff and then she would get killed, and then I would log on as Khan and kill them. As a, you know, it was like a level whatever, 25, 30 alliance person that would kill my character. So I would log in on the priest, and then Khan would come in as the main. So that was a fun thing. Priesty priest. Oh look, I'm already dying. I've played this guy for 55 seconds. Hey, that stuff adds up. It's amazing to me the number of characters that I just have on the server, or just that I have in WoW in general, that I don't necessarily have any recollection of making. Fox Dice. Okay, so I had a buddy that played, and he named his main character was Fox Die. So I created this character as a joke because I'm just so funny. That's what we did back in the 2000s. This character's dead too. Everybody's dead. Dorkinid is, there was a guy that was in my guild. I can't remember his name, but it ended in Anid. It was like Hornanid or something, right? Like it was some that ended in Anid, so I created Dorkinid. Obviously, it's a slight to him because I'm so funny. Again, an honorable kill on this character apparently. Log game, I'm trying to get those. I got a long way to go. Holy cow! Yeah, I'm like ending up in the graveyard of all of these. My pants are broken. Level 2. I do not remember it. I remember the name Size. That was a character name that I used a lot. I had it on a bunch of different servers. I always thought that was a... I always liked like words as names. Anytime you get a word going. Level 2. So I played him for like 2 minutes. 10 minutes. Played this character for 10 minutes. They were, look at that. they're 1 XP away from level 3. That's so interesting. I guess that's the squish. I guess she was a higher level, and then they squished her down. Dude, I remember this paladin. I think this paladin has corpse maker. I think that's the axe. I remember playing a lot of this paladin. Forget what server this is on. Oh yeah, it's in there. Corpse maker. I knew it. Yeah, cool. Riley was a throwback. RILI is a throwback to one of my EverQuest friends. I played EverQuest for a long time. And there was a half-elf druid that was I was like in a guild, but not really. It was just like me and my buddies just like had a guild. But she was like somebody that we played a lot with. She would always be healing our little dungeon XP farms and stuff. What was this? Shark Attack. Shark Attack is another name that I used a lot. This was... What server is this on? I feel like this was one where my buddy that played Fox Die, when TBC came out, they wanted an enhancement shaman, and I started to play this character to be in that. I wonder if I'm still in the guild. I'm not in the guild anymore, probably. No, it's a guild called Level. But then I was like, no, I can't play. All right, so this is Cloud. This is my first character. My second character ever. My first character was a paladin that I played for like 2 levels named Syndrel. My buddy who got me into WoW on the live server was like, you can't be a paladin. Paladins suck. You gotta be something else. So I created a hunter instead. His brother was a hunter. I think the reason he told me not to be a paladin was because he wanted me to be a DPS for his guild, which like never panned out. Yeah, hunter. I completely took all the items out of his inventory. Look at that. Range of the Striped Knight server. That was when you kept your mount in your bag. How cool is that? Currency conversion. Honor points. That doesn't make sense. I get 1 honor at 35 silver a piece, and I made 4 silver. I had less than 1 honor. Fewer than 1 honor. I played this guy for 7 days, 3 hours and 21 minutes. This druid, I remember. I wish it told me when I created the characters. That would be cool. All right, now we're getting some higher level ones. All right, the monk. I think this was I feel like this was a boosted character. You know how you get an expansion and you get a free boost? I think I boosted this monk. Maybe not. I feel like I played a monk. So maybe this was the one I played a lot of. Oh, these are the artifact weapons. This was a Legion character then. I don't really remember playing. I didn't play a whole lot of monk. This might have been just like a fun kind of play off to the side monk. What? It looks like I was like ready for this dude. It's just fully heirloomed out. This was definitely a character that I planned on playing that I never did. What happened here? This guy. This guy doesn't mess around. What is going on here? I played him for 3 minutes. Long enough for me to log in, get all the heirlooms, and then log out. Fresh. Yeah, so this was definitely a Legion. Yeah, played him for a little bit, and then just never went back. Euronymous. That is a... Ooh, Hellfire. Big metal fan. So that's guitarist for Mayhem, the creator of Mayhem, that band. Didn't play him very long. Oh, well, I guess Death Knight starts at... They start at 55. I don't know what they start at now. Some Hunter. You know, it's kind of a bummer that the Worgen... I think people don't like Worgen as a whole. I think it's because they're on an Alliance side, maybe. It doesn't fit the Alliance vibe. I don't know. But their starting area and the starting quests and stuff are really cool. All right, this character definitely a boost. I am not I'm not like a caster. I'm not really a big fan of casting. casting classes in general. So anytime I see a high level, if I have, except for a priest, I do like healing. I think healing is fun. But anytime I see, oh, this is my garrison. Remember these things? I played her for 4 days though, so I played her for a bit. But I definitely boosted her. Spinderella, throwback to Salt and Pepper. And Spinderella. I would say Warlords of Draenor was my Alliance period. Probably the expansion I played Alliance the most, aside when I first started. Arcane Mage. Bango last. I'll log into Bango last, and then Kuan. Oh, cool. Oh, is this a Highland? What? High Mountain Torrent? That's cool. Okay, so I'm unlocking these, and it's like coming back to me. I'm unlocking all of these characters and allied races. So I'm sure that's what I did. I'm sure I don't, like I said, I don't remember these characters that come in and out, especially these like little mini ones. Yes, Death Knight. Definitely remember Eastern Plaguelands. Leveling up Eastern Plaguelands. Shale. That's another throwback to my my EverQuest days. So Skarx. Anytime you see a character named Skarx, Scar-X, even Khan is a reference to my EverQuest buddy. Who's my real life friend and been friends for forever. Skarx, Shale, Riley, R-I-L-I. Those are all references to my EverQuest friends. Caligula is 100% a boosted character. There's no way I played a Warlock all the way up to level 45. Holy cow. This is actually very telling of my mental state. Jeez, oh, that's cool. What is this achievement? That's cool. What did I get that? The Borean Tundra. Okay. 1 day, 23 hours. So it's almost 2 days on that character. I think it's it's a Fury. Yeah, no, I'm not tanking. Banana Beard. I gotta bring that name back. That's a good name. Dwarven Mage. Short round. It's a Indiana Jones reference. Dig that. All right, so this is a reference. The character in EverQuest was actually, his original name was Scar, S-C-A-R-X, Scar-X. But I always thought that kind of looked lame. Vivius. That's a cool name. I'm like, ooh, I like my character name that I came up with. I should like it. Can't wait to post this. It just, I have a problem. All right, so this is the paladin that I had during my Draenor time. I remember her. I was leveling her up because I wanted to heal on a paladin, and I was in a pretty good guild that did like a lot of alt runs. So my plan was to level them up and learn how to like raid heal and stuff, because I never really raid healed. Yeah, so I wanted to heal. That was my goal for this character. So Taekwon Bro, that is a reference to my Diablo character. None of these characters, oh my gosh. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I don't have anything on my hotbar, and I whatever. Kill me. I'm just gonna log dead. I'm gonna play this character. 1 day, 3 hours. Log in, I have nothing. What do I have? Psychic Scream, Tentacle Slam. Was I in shadow form? Probably. Mind Blast. That's funny. Alright, dead. PvP slot. Why am I logging out in the middle of nowhere? Alright, here we go. Here is my... I played him all the way up to BFA. I logged in for a little bit for this guy. So this is my Draenor main. Yeah. That's some cool stuff. Oh, this is right in the beginning when you land on, what is this, Exile's Reach? Is that what it's called? Zugak. Like 19 hours on a Warlock. Fat Halbert. So this is Fat Halbert that I created, and then I also have Jim, and then I had Halbert. I don't know if I might have deleted Halbert. Oh, this is my Legion time twisting. I wanted to try that when I got back into it right before Midnight came out. This. I think I just made this character because that's the updated Blood Elf look. 2 hours, 37 minutes. Handsaw. Alright, so this was Alliance main during Warlords of Draenor. Because my main was Chainsaw, and then I had this hunter that I was leveling called Handsaw. This was the first time I think that I was trying out. I think I'm a Beastmaster. Am I in my garrison? I am. I think it's the first time that I was trying out my, yeah, Beast Mastery. Syndrome. I think I just made this character. Played for like 20 minutes. I was like, no, I think I'm just going to go. I got to go with what I know. All right, this is Michael. I have not logged into this character at all. This was a warrior that I made as a hunter, as an office reference. So that's where Michael comes from. Cinderella. Get it? Cinderella. She's a fire mage. Sometimes I think I just make characters just so I can create their names. Looks cool though. Look at that cool armor. What is that? Transmugged Frenzied Stormrider breastplate. Deep Rider's cape. It'd be interesting to kind of jump back into, like, I don't know, are our casting classes better? Have they gotten better? All right, I just made this Huntrix. This is a K-pop Demon Hunter reference. It's not Hunter X. It is Huntrix. I did this for my daughter. She doesn't care. She's 6. She has no idea. She couldn't care less. All right, cool. Here we got some. Here we have some actual characters that I played. Let's see the playtime on this girl. This is a paladin that I played in Wrath. I like to tank heroics and stuff. 15 days, 7 hours. Yeah, we got some time on her. Cool. Yeah, this was a fun character. Prop Pally. Tanked on her. I guess I leveled her up. 80. Don't remember that. Brain Drill. This was a character that I played for a while, and then I boosted him. It was a shaman. It was an enhancement shaman. I played for a while. Played for a bit. But then I was like, nah, whatever. I'm just going to boost him. I mean, yeah, 1 day, 6 hours. But this was ultimately a boost. That's what I did with this. Champion. My hunter. I think I started the Midnight campaign on this guy. I like this guy. I feel like when I was just leveling a lot of characters through my alts and stuff, just doing Dungeon Finder, Dungeon Finder, Dungeon Finder. Vicious. Remember Vicious? This is my main crew. All right, so this is my main group, right? Got Vicious, level 59. Priest. Would like to level this up. I think right now, I have her as a Discipline Priest. Falconwing Square. Yeah, Discipline Priest. Oh, she's got the... Flip down, bro. Alright. 8 days, 12 hours on this one. Alright, cool. We've got Jim, which I'm interested to see how long Jim has played, because this was recently a level 10. I think it started at level 1 to 80 run. Didn't play much after hitting level 80. It took me 1 day and 15 hours to level up 1 to 80. That's pretty good. All right, this is my main person. Kazin. Been around the block. 46 days, 1 hour, 14 minutes, 31 seconds. All right, and Bango. How long have we been playing Bango? All right, this is it. My last character. Let's take a look at his stats. All right, Bango. We've been playing you for 1 hour and 42 minutes. All right. And here we go. Account played. By class. All right, let's start at the bottom. Druid, 10 hours. Death Knight, 12 hours. Demon Hunter, 16 hours. Warlock, 26. Shaman, 43 hours. Warrior, 47 hours. Monk, 59 hours. They have 48 hours on a warrior. 104 hours on the mage, which is actually really surprising for me. I did not think that the mage would be that high. Cinderella's got a lot of hours. Priest, 271. I got 204 on Vicious. I got another 40 on Con Rules, and then that's pretty good. I should go back and play that. I should level that up. Cloud, 171 hours on Cloud. That was when I first started playing WoW. That's after school. That's before bed. That is sneaking in on the weekends. Here's to Cloud, or on that one. Paladin, yeah. Foxina played a ton of her in Wrath. The crazy thing is, like, these numbers are probably pales in comparison. 1,105 hours on Kazin. That's a lot of time. Chainsaw, 286, so that's all Draenor. That's crazy. My total time is 2,779 hours. It's 115 days. I have used 115 days, a third of a year, playing World of Warcraft. I actually feel pretty good about that. It's not crazy. I can imagine what some of these streamers probably do, right? They're putting in 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. It's 40 hours. I mean, I've got characters that I feel good about, that I've gotten to max level, that I have nowhere near that amount. That's crazy. All right, I need 1 more hour to reach 1,400 for my rogue. That's cool. I'm going to keep this up. This is a cool add-on that I can have, and I don't have to do anything, right? It'll automatically upload. Anytime I log into a character, it just adds those hours. It'll be a constant update. So I did all the hard work now, and you sat through that. So thanks for doing that. I'm going to log out on Bango. I'm going to log in to my other characters. I'm going to shift some gold around. I'm going to move some stuff. I'm going to transmog Bango, so he looks more like the Bango that I want him to look like, as opposed to this heirloomed out kind of character. So we're going to do that, and then I'm going to log in. I'm going to play a little bit of Bango. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.